The new century has all kinds of exciting discoveries in store that will revolutionize the entire transport sector. Experience the rapid development in this inventive era. Although the century is still brand new, wondrous things are happening. Here and there, inventive minds are tinkering with very strange devices that have just one goal, nothing less than to defy gravity. Among the leaders in the race to conquer the skies is the Grande Nation that we call France. At any rate, the venerable Montgolfier hot air balloon was invented here. The time is ripe for great deeds. You have a knack for technical things. And you've just inherited a small transport company. But why stay stuck to the ground? Several experiments with new types of flying machines have already succeeded. Soon, the first airplane is going to glide across the skies. Make sure this honor goes to France. Your friend Louis Blériot, a man with a remarkable disposition and an equally remarkable moustache, has a project. He wants to construct history's first functioning airplane. His car lamp factory brings in the small change he needs for this venture, but only if he's able to sell enough car lamps. Help him out. Make sure that your friend's factory runs well, so that he can invest the profits in developing his highly promising flying machine. Thanks to your support, Mr. Blériot has managed to design a prototype. But even so, he doesn't seem to put all his faith in the contraption yet, and has asked you to give the first flight test a try. Except for the landing. A little more elegance would be nice. Your friend will keep working on that. The French Aero Club wants to purchase the prototype, or what's left of it. Over yonder, on the other side of the Atlantic, the Wright brothers have already made several successful flights before you, allegedly. In the near future, you want to demonstrate your skill in Le Mans. Show those Yankees who the real captains of the clouds are. Help to design an even better airplane, so that you can show the Americans who the skies really belong to. The motor drive, the brainchild of a decidedly eccentric Italian motorcycle manufacturer, could stand a few more modifications. Bring the necessary parts to Mr. Blériot's workshop. has come. You're about to pitch yourself against the Americans. All kinds of folks are curious and set on watching this spectacle. Quelle horreur! The jewel of the Louvre, the Mona Lisa, has been stolen. The museum's management is frantic. Find the precious painting and catch the culprits. The trail leads to a group of artists. They're supposed to have pilfered the painting in protest at the elite's antiquated appreciation of art and can be found in Reims. False alarm. The artists claim that they adored the Mona Lisa. In fact, the search for the guilty parties should head in the vicinity of the Italian patriots near Dover. They're dead set on bringing the painting home to Italy. The Italian patriots don't want to have anything to do with this. Incidentally, one of them recently saw a figure at night near the Louvre. Whoever it was hid something inside their coat and rushed aboard the train to Le Mans. Ha! It was a craftsman employed at the museum who stole the work of art and hid it in the wall of his house. He'd fallen head over heels in love with the Mona Lisa's enigmatic smile. Everyone is eagerly awaiting the event. Show that you can do more than the Americans and fly a particularly daring route. Your airplane marks out the most elegant curves imaginable. The Yankees are bursting with envy, and the customers are already lining up. Following the success in Le Mans, the greatest venture in the history of aviation now lies ahead: the leap across the English Channel. Time is short. Your rival, Hubert Latham, is ready and waiting. But your friend Blériot is going to beat him to it. He's currently developing a new model, specially designed for this challenge. The aircraft's fuselage needs to be lighter and more aerodynamic. This calls for specially produced wooden parts. Your fiercest rival, Hubert Latham, is closer on your heels than you thought. It would take a miracle for you to beat him across the English Channel. But miracles do happen, again and again. If need be, you've got to lend them a helping hand. Hubert Latham has set out on a practice flight in his spare plane. Meanwhile, the model he wants to use to venture leaping across the English Channel stands unguarded in the hangar. A good opportunity to make a few modifications to the competition's airplane. fabulous flying machine. Now you ought to rustle up more fuel so that the plane doesn't run out of juice halfway across. good. But regrettably, poor Mr. Blériot broke both arms during the preparations. Now you're supposed to have the honor to carry out the maiden flight across the channel. Your rival has been hit with a stroke of outrageously bad luck. For reasons unknown, his plane is exhibiting countless malfunctions. Now it's going to be impossible for him to cross the channel ahead of you. A brilliant achievement. You're the pride of the nation. Except that your friend is taking it badly that the honor of crossing the channel wasn't given to him. From now on, he's going to keep his hands off flying and stick to designing aircraft, because they're a hot item now. The champagne industry is hosting a big flight contest. The point is, flying and champagne have a lot in common. Both are a tingling experience and the perfect match for daredevils. Mr. Blériot has placed his latest design at your disposal. Use it to scoop up the grand prize at the flight week in Reims. Monsieur Daniel, an aviation enthusiast from the petroleum industry, is tinkering with a new blend of fuels. Help him by providing your services. He'll return the favor by filling up your tank. An Austrian swashbuckler is pursuing an audacious plan: to fly without an airplane. The self-styled Batman wants to design a flight suit and use it to jump off the Eiffel Tower, then soar like an angel over the rooftops of the city. You're supposed to give him a helping hand. The Austrian needs fine, pliable types of wood for his batsuit. Obtain the desired material.
Turn your darkness into light. If you just believed in what we've got, then you would feel this paradise. This paradise. Paradise. This paradise.
It won't be long before the grand flight week starts. The organizing committee needs help with the preparations. A grandstand needs to be built for the guests. As for the beverages, no one should be left high and dry.
This paradise.
Goodness gracious. The contraption that the Batman intends to fly with doesn't look very airworthy. Protect him from himself. Steer him away from his crazy plan by giving him champagne to get him thinking about something else. Close shave again, but nothing serious. The Batman is more or less in one piece, and already staggering off to design a new suit. We're off. Guests from all over Europe want to marvel at your flying skills. Even the president is here. Show the audience your stuff and win first prize in the long-distance race. What a pain. You're that close to winning when an American forces you out in the race for the cup. But Baroness LaRoche is obsessed with flying and eager to buy your airplane. An English publisher, a certain Lord Rawnsley, organises a flying contest from London to Paris. He wants to use it to prove that no one else is a match for England in the air. But you're going to turn the tables on him. Your friend is delighted by your daring proposal and willing to entrust you with a plane from his latest series if you assist him during production. Various interested parties want to place a large order with your friend Blériot. Newly established flight training schools are showing interest. The same goes for flamboyant thrill seekers and, of course, the military. Which order should your friend accept first? The military wants to supervise the production process on site and dispatch a delegation to do so. Make sure they find their way to the hangar. With your help, Mr. Blériot was able to design the ideal airplane for the London to Paris race. A large number of magnificent men with their flying machines from all over Europe waits at the starting line. Show them which nation truly masters aviation. You did it. You beat everyone. Long live the grand nation in aviation. Vive la France.